How do rhetorical devices make courtroom closing arguments impactful? Imagine standing before a jury, trying to make them see your side as the only reasonable choice. The words you choose and how you deliver them can change everything. That's where rhetorical devices come into play. They are tools lawyers use to make their closing arguments stick in the minds of jurors. These devices help turn facts and evidence into a compelling story that appeals to both logic and feelings. Rhetorical devices make arguments more memorable by creating rhythm and emphasis. For example, the rule of three groups ideas into threes, which is easier for jurors to remember. Lawyers often present three main points or themes, repeating them to reinforce their message. This makes the case feel organized and clear. Rhetorical questions are another powerful device. They are questions posed not to get an answer but to make jurors think about a point or see a flaw in the opposing side's case. When used near the end, they leave jurors pondering the lawyer's argument deeply. Analogies, metaphors, and similes help jurors picture what is being discussed. For instance, comparing a defendant's actions to a broken lock helps jurors understand the concept of a breach or fault. These comparisons make complex legal ideas easier to grasp. Parallel structure and repetition also add rhythm. Repeating key phrases or structuring sentences similarly makes the argument flow smoothly and emphasizes important points. Storytelling is another key device. Lawyers often craft a narrative that illustrates the case's main theme. This story creates an emotional connection, helping jurors see the case from the lawyer's perspective without asking them to put themselves in someone's shoes directly. Highlighting contrasts or opposites, like right versus wrong, clarifies what is at stake and sharpens focus on the core issues. Using these devices, lawyers build a story that ties together evidence and legal principles. They organize their closing around themes, not just a list of facts. This approach makes the argument easier to follow and more persuasive. It also balances facts with emotion, which is essential because jurors want to feel that their decision is morally right. Rhetorical devices help lawyers communicate their case clearly and emotionally, making it more likely that jurors will remember and be convinced by their arguments. In the end, rhetorical devices turn dry facts into a lively, persuasive story. They help lawyers highlight what matters most, connect with jurors on an emotional level, and leave a lasting impression. This strategic use of language and structure is what makes closing arguments truly impactful and effective in persuading a jury.